How you doing, people? Welcome back to another ESO video. Today we're going to go over the Infinite Archive and how to basically chase focused efforts. Now, I know everything is RNG, and it is massive, massive RNG. There is a large amount of luck that you need to take with you in the Infinite Archive to get exactly what you want. However, what people have failed to realize is that there is a system. There is a way to make sure that you can get exactly what you want, and the amount of time that you're in there, skill and luck is your contributors, basically. This particular build, by the way, irrelevant at this point in time, so we're not going to go over it too much. But basically, there are three different types of buffs in the Infinite Archive. There are offensive buffs, defensive buffs, and utility buffs. And you can flip and change and pick whichever ones you like as and when they are presented to you. Some might give you damage shields, some might give you heals, some might give you more resistances. Some could give you a big explosion, some could give you a fire beam, and some can make you bash stuff and make them explode. There's lots of different things that you can take advantage of. But in here, the one that people want to go for the most is focused efforts. Now, focused efforts will give you a 500% increase to damage done from any and all status effects, as well as giving you a heightened chance to fire them. Now, a very effective way to take advantage of that particular passive or bonus that you can gain is to actually give yourself guaranteed status. And there are lots of sets in the game that can do that. There are also skills in the game that can do that, so you can deliberately rig it in your favor in case you ever get that buff. But how do you chase it? Well, generally speaking, people go up against bosses and more bosses and more bosses and more bosses, and they try to, well, basically will that skill or bonus to appear. You basically pray to RNGesus to make it happen. And does it? Well, probably not very often. 9 times out of 10 you won't see it, and if you do see it, it'll be too late because you've been in there for too long and the enemies hit you too hard in the face. And unfortunately, you have to go start again and chase all again from scratch. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy to get, but I'm going to tell you how to guarantee that on your journey you will find it. Now, there is a little bit of a system as to how far you can go, obviously, with the buffs and bonuses and builds that you've got, because you could, of course, end up in trouble. But if you're good enough, or if you're patient enough, here is how it works. Every single passive and bonus in here that you can unlock, as you can see here, damage, defense, utility. To the untrained eye, it's just 3 skills that randomly flip around, aren't there? Well, not quite. If you wanted to build to be really tanky, you build a tanky bonus. If you want to be damaged, you build damagey bonus. If you want to heal, you get the idea. But what we're going to do here is we're going to show you a very easy set in stone method to understand how it is laid out. Not everything is 100% random. It is structured. So, every passive bonus or active bonus that you can unlock as a vision that you keep with you throughout the whole run is actually able to be stacked up to 5 times, allegedly. Bear in mind, we have never been told specifically by the devs that that is the guaranteed number, so if you see more, don't quote me. But we've pretty much never seen 5 of more than 1 skill. Now, there are a couple that can only have 1, and then one that can only have 3, and that is the transformation stuff and the pet. So, each transformation bonus appears once. You can't stack them 5 times, but once you've got all 3, you have your vision, which you can basically find as a verse to transform into a werewolf or whatever. Those ones are unique. The Arcanist type pet, the Wraith, that turns into a Welwa and then into the Squid Boy, that only has 3, but everything else, 5. Why is this important? Well, here's why. I'm now going to show you the board. As you can see here, Brawl and Blitz, Scorching Fortification, Magical Reserves. What does that mean? I could get a completely random one next time, right? Scorching Fortification could be here, Focused Efforts here, and then Brawl and Blitz hit? No. No. Look at this very carefully. 1, 2, and 3. Damage, defense, utility. Once you unlock your 3 from your secret, these no longer turn into random flip around, you could be anything you want. These are set in stone, always offensive, always defensive, always utility. So if you want to chase focused efforts, always pick the left side. Granted, you're going to weaken your survivability over time, and you might want to pick some other stuff. But if you always focus on the left side, over time, if you went far enough, you are guaranteed to get focused efforts. Not only guaranteed to get it, but you're guaranteed to stack 5. Slight caveat to that is how many different options there are. But there is hope. If Brawl and Blitz appeared 5 times, that will never be up here again. Every time I get rid of something I don't want there, that's 1 more chance I can get focused efforts. If you chase this middle one all the time, this chance here stays the same. It never changes. So if I pick this and this and this and this and then go back to this a couple times, then this and this, and I keep complaining that I'm not getting focused efforts. You're not getting focused efforts because this side is being hogged by the stuff you don't want. Pick everything from this side and eventually you'll get it. Now we've tested this on live stream without the audience fully knowing what I was doing, and I've tested it off stream, and you are guaranteed to get them from this side only, so if you chase it, you will unlock them. You'll have some runs where you never bloody see it because you get far enough to the point where you just die. Or you'll get them really, really early on and just get lucky. If you chase that side, that is where the structure lies. Now, if you wanted to be deliberately tanky and do nothing but tanky stuff, resistances of all kinds, from AoE to damage over time to having damage shields, extra heals, all that kind of stuff, you want to go here. And if you want to take advantage of higher resources, recovery bonuses, and all that good stuff, it all comes from here. It's not completely random. Each one of the three is, but they are structured as damage, defense, utility. Now, that may be quite obvious for those that think they're smart enough, but most people haven't spotted this. So if you want to chase anything in particular, understand which column it belongs in. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that raises an eyebrow or two for those of you out there trying to build along the way for your particular setup, because remember, every time you come in here, it is different, but that is the way to chase whatever you want for your build. I know Ferocious Support, Scorching Support is going to appear occasionally, and you're going to whinge and say, oh, I really want that. Well, you can take it. But that's one whole round you're going to have to do again, because Focused Efforts wasn't taken this time. Anyway, people, thank you very much for watching. I hugely appreciate support. If you are not subscribing already, hit that button. It is free, and there's an infinite archive on the channel, both on the website and on YouTube. So there's written and video if you want them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.